Good morning, guys. So I started this morning pretty stinking early. The kids are on winter break, so the days have been getting really hectic around here with everybody home. And so I've been trying to get a really early start on the day. This day I started by finishing up my husband's clothes that I washed the day before but never got around to folding. I find myself in the winter using the diffuser a lot more than I do in the summer, whether it's the kids coughing or the fact that I just want the house to smell like Christmas and we have a fake tree. I like to throw it on in the morning to either help the kids breathe a little bit better or just kind of fake that Christmas smell. And I definitely needed a second cup of coffee this morning. I think I actually ended up going back for thirds later too. Every morning after I'm done with the dishes, I set out the kids' water and their vitamins so that I don't have to deal with it once they all get downstairs, and I think I'm gonna go completely insane because everybody's running and screaming. So I make breakfast when I hear them stirring upstairs, make sure all their water and vitamins are out, and then when they come down, everything is ready to go. They love oatmeal with walnuts and raisins, so that's pretty standard for us in the winter. It doesn't get really cold here, like bone-chillingly cold, but it definitely helps warm us up. So the previous day we had a few friends over and their kids wanted some hot chocolate, so I made them hot chocolate. And while I was heating up the milk on the stove, it spilled everywhere. So it was a mess. And then somebody ended up cooking on it rather, later that night. So it's a caked on, burnt on mess. And I thought that maybe some baking soda and vinegar like a soak would help get it up. And I don't know, I mean, it was pretty fun to kind of get all dirty and messy in here, but I don't think it worked any better than if I just had a little scouring pad with some warm soapy water on it. And it was a mess. After the vinegar went on, a total mess. It took me probably a half an hour to clean all of it up. But the grates, I soaked the grates in baking soda, and I thought that worked really well. It got a lot of the grease and a lot of the burn off of them. One thing to remember, I've always been told never to get the little igniter switches wet in the stove, like in those little cups right there. So just be super careful. You don't want to get those wet while this is all bubbling up and over and like crazy all over your stove. while I was making a mess of the stove, the kids were making an absolute mess of this room, but they had a ton of fun. And I'm proud to say, while I cleaned the rest of the kitchen, they cleaned every inch of this room, so I didn't have to go back in there and reset that room. Alright guys, well thanks for joining me on my morning reset of, well, mostly the kitchen, let's be honest. I feel like that's where I live most days anyhow. But if you like this, click the like button, subscribe. I come out with a new video every week and a half or so, depending on schedules with the kids, but I'd love to have you here. Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!